everyone. This is Pastor Terry and I. We just first wanted you to know that we love you very much and we're praying for you.
We are so grateful that you're tuning in to listen to what we have to say. We're starting over again. Thank you very much.
Okay. Hello, I'm Kurt Owen, and this is my lovely wife, Terry. We first and foremost want you to know that we love you very much and that we're praying for you.
Thanks for taking a minute to watch this video. We love you, and we want to communicate with you. Let's do this again. Laser focused.
Hello, everyone. I'm Kurt Owen, and this is my lovely wife, Terry, and we just wanted to take a few minutes to come into your home and just talk to you a little bit. And first and foremost, we want you to know that we love you and that we're praying for you.
And that we're grateful for you. We're grateful to have you in our lives.
Absolutely. Now listen, this Sunday in Real Life Churches, we are going to be having services. Now, the CDC has specifically recommended that we have no gatherings of 10 or more. Obviously, our churches are larger than that. And so we are coming to let you know that if you would prefer to watch us online and you've prayed about it and that's what you believe you ought to do, then we want you to stay home. Right. On the other side of it, if you want to come and be a part and you've prayed about it and you believe the Lord has told you to do that, we want you to know that we're there for you. Right. The most important thing is that you're following what God is directing to you. We also did not want to close the church until the president gave a direct order. And if he does between now and when you're watching this, then it will be online only. And speaking of that, we're going to be continuing to have our services online. And so here's the thing. We believe that the church should be the answer. And one of the challenges we have right now is that's not what we're really seeing. Mm-hmm. We're seeing the church really act like the rest of the world. Mm-hmm. And you know, I saw this with Jesus, and you all have heard me preach on this before. And so this isn't going to be anything new, but I was thinking about it when all this happened. In verse 40, Mark 1:40, it says, "Now a leper came to him, imploring him, kneeling down to him, saying to him, 'If you are willing, you can make me clean.' Then Jesus, moved with compassion, stretched out his hand and touched him." Now this was the most infectious disease of the day. Mm-hmm. And Jesus had no problem touching him because he realized he didn't need to be afraid of the disease because he was the answer, because he was the light of the world.
Yes. And then Jesus turned around in Matthew chapter 5 and he told us to be the light of the world. He said, "You are the salt of the earth and you are the light of the world." And so it's our time to shine as a church, that when everybody else is running around in fear, that we're able to be ministers of peace, that when everybody's panicking, that we can minister peace and life and grace and mercy to them.
So whether you watch us online or you're live, we're going to be talking to you about how to walk free from fear and how to deal with it. And so feel free to share not just this, but even the services online. Now, let me say this, because some people, you think you're going to show up and you're going to prove you're a faith person. And if you don't show up, you're going to think, some people
are going to think less of you.
And we need to be clear about a couple things. First off, if you're not feeling well, if you're not feeling good, do not come to the church. You can send us an email or call us, and then we will show up there and pray for you. Right. People say, "Well, pray for me. Aren't you concerned that you'll get sick too?" Absolutely not. The law of the Spirit of life in Christ Jesus has made us free from the law of sin and death. But we do not want you showing up to the building while you have symptoms, okay? If you have any symptoms at all of any kind, stay home, call us, we'll come to you. On the other side of it, we want to be clear, and this is from 1 Corinthians chapter 8. When Paul was talking about people, that some people did not have the conscience to eat meat, other people did have the conscience to eat meat. And it seems that some people were getting ahead and the big head saying, "Well, I'm not afraid to eat meat." And other people were thinking, "Oh, wow, I am afraid to eat meat." And there became this attitude. And so Paul says this, "You do not commend yourself to God by what you eat. The guy who eats is not better, and the guy who does not eat is not worse." Right. And so this is what we're saying to you. Right. If you stay home, and that's the way the Lord's leading you, and that's what you believe you need to do, you are not the worse. Mm-hmm. On the other side of it, if you show up at the building, you are not the better.
Right. And we love seeing you and we love being around you, but we also want for you to be led by the Spirit of God. That's what we spend our time doing, is teaching you how to walk being led by the Spirit of God. And so that's what we're asking you to do.
And not
Just
by the
pray
opinions
about
of
it.
people.
Not by the opinions of people, not by condemnation. We want you to be led by God. And if He says, hey, show up to church, then show up to church. If He says, hey, watch online, then watch online. But one way or another, we want you in the Word. We want you focusing on the Word. We want you to go back and listen to previous services and keep yourself built up. Go to kurtowen.com and listen to the Love of God conference. Listen to how to hear from God accurately. Get yourself strengthened in this time, because hey, listen, we've got time now. We all have been asking for time. We've got it. Use it wisely.
And listen, one thing you need to do, for every 1 minute you spend listening to somebody talk about the coronavirus, you need to spend 10 minutes in the Word,
Yes.
getting yourself built back up. We will see you one way or another, either online or in person, this Sunday. Make sure to share this and leave comments. Let us know that you're watching. We love you very, very much. And remember, Jesus is risen and victory is assured.